Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Forest Lake High School. And tonight, your Forest Lake Rangers will be up against the Cretin Durham Hall Raiders.
Big matchup tonight.
Big matchup tonight. Alongside here, I'm Vince, and I'm joined here with Dustin. Dustin, you probably said hello. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Here, pretty excited about this matchup we got with the Forest Lake boys basketball team taking on the old Cretin Durham Hall Raiders. Pretty pumped about that. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup. The Raiders are looking pretty strong coming into this game. I think they're ranked third in the state at the moment.
Yes, they are.
So they're putting up a good season so far. I think the Rangers have a good opportunity, though, to possibly battle back with their post play. I think they have some great post players. They're in specific, number 50, Jordan Boyson, if you remember from the last broadcast we did. He really just dominated the play and dominated the post against, I believe we were playing Irondale at the time.
Yeah, it was against Irondale. And that game, we did see a lot of that post, and they fed it to Boyson a lot. But it's going to be it's an uphill battle for this team. I mean, you can't take that for granted. Cretin Durham, like we said, third in state, 10-0 in the SEC, 15-2 overall. So like you said, they've conducted an absolutely beautiful season. For the starters for Cretin Durham, Giovanni Hadley, number 2, Curtis Jones, number 3, Will Burke, number 4, Trey Holloman, number 5, and Zion Guerrera, number 11. But here's another crazy thing. Trey Holloman, one of the top-ranked sophomores in state. So as a sophomore, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Looking pretty good for sure so far.
Mm-hmm.
And
your Forest Lake Rangers roster, it's going to be number 2, Nick Barlett. He was hurt for a bit of the season, but now he's starting. So it's good to have
sophomore.
Yep, it's good to have him back. Number 5, Eric Peterson. Number 12, Harrison Traylor. Number 21, Carter Teesfeld. And number 50, Jordan Boyson. So we've normally seen the rest of those 4, but the only change will be Barlett.
Yep. And 2 of those names you mentioned, Eric Peterson and Harrison Taylor, are captains. The third captain, Cole Gullickson, actually comes off the bench, interesting enough. That must just be a play by coach down there deciding maybe it's a better matchup that way, giving your team some firepower off the bench.
Mm-hmm,
as we're getting ready to fire up the game here, I believe you mentioned that there might be possibly an NBA scout in attendance here tonight.
Possibly.
Not quite sure about that. I mean, that's pretty exciting nonetheless. As the game gets going here, Cretin wins the toss to start the game off.
Trey Holloman, that sophomore, took it. Oh, and a quick elbow to the face.
Yep, and then Giovanni
That
Hadley
looked like Peterson, just took one to the face, and that's going to be, they're going to have to bring it back out.
Interesting enough, he's a 6'7" player.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about that, he's a center for this team, but once you get to the NBA level, that's really a shooting guard, small forward size. So you got to think about, he's able to, it looks like, dribble and move the ball there, so he's definitely got those talents that would transition well to the NBA.
They're definitely testing the paint early, as it looked like it was number 3, Curtis Jones. I was trying to bring it. But now number 11, Zion Guerrera, will be on the line for the Raiders.
Another senior for this team. Looks like they're just stockpiled and loaded with seniors on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're confused, Cretin is. They're talking to their coach down there about what to do after this free throw attempts here.
Coach for Cretin Durham Hall Raiders, Jerry Klein. For your Forest Lake Rangers, Daniel Cremacino.
As we look out into the stands tonight, it looks like to be a pretty packed house for this home Rangers team here tonight. There's not much empty seats out there to be had. We haven't seen that all season for sure. There's been some games that aren't necessarily as full as this one, but you know, when you've got Cretin in the house towards the end of the season, it's definitely a great game to be playing.
Definitely looks like, and the pep band's also here too, so you get some added music. They try to bring it to the outside with Teesfeld. Teesfeld makes a nice move. They're bringing
They're playing pressure ball defense. They're not leaving a single inch of space for anybody. And they're just, looks like this Raiders defense is going to be playing a lot of switching when they get screened like that.
It looks like they're looking for Boyce in the paint. That's what Rangers have been kind of just eyeing him, and they're playing heavy. Oh, my.
Yeah, they're definitely, there we go with a nice pass.
Paint. Oh.
Blocked. Man.
But takes it back out. Oh,
he could have taken a 3 there, but.
Didn't want to.
Oh, had him looking there. Now they're moving the ball across the outside of the 3-point line there, working it down to Boyson in the paint.
This is Boyson's specialty. A
little bit outside of his comfort zone for that turn. Oh!
Holloman.
Boyson able to force the turnover there.
Now going back the other way is Barlett. Barlett passes it inside. 2.
And in for number 10, Austin Taylor there with the nice arced shot to get it over that blocked attempt there. Early goings here. It looks like the Rangers are going to be able to hold tight. I mean, we've only made it through less than 2 minutes of the game, but they can keep playing like this and forcing hard shots.
It's a good start.
And
oh, my.
Alley-oop.
Giovanni Hadley.
Say that. They turn up the heat with a big old alley-oop at the high school level.
Rangers were playing easy zone. Breakaway for Holloman. That's an easy 2.
Lay-in. You can't have those against this team. They're too good of a team to give up easy possessions like that.
I mean, they're 15-2 for a reason. Rangers are definitely going to be facing an uphill battle this entire time. I mean, average height for these players is over 6 foot, and that's insane. I mean, they got a lot of height, and they're using it to their advantage.
Yep. I mean, Cretin does recruit players. They go out, travel call on Boyson there. They're calling for some of the greatest athletes in the state. So it's going to be a great program across the board for that team. I mean, we saw their hockey team earlier this week not really perform, that being Cretin. They didn't really perform well against us. That was an 8-3 loss for them.
Every school has their strong suits, Yep.
And they definitely have some money to put into recruiting for that. And, I mean, it's not directly scholarships. It's more – giving money to get off of that tuition amount.
Open 3. Good.
They gave it a push-off on number 2 there. Giovanni Hadley not going to count the basket. Waves it off. It's going to stay 6-2 here. No, they gave him the basket. The ball must have been in the air by the time of the foul. Make it 9-2 with over 15 here to go in the first period.
It's very interesting what Cremesino is trying to do with his defense. I mean, again, seeing the Raiders kind of just play heavy pressure, turnover.
No foul call. That was a very late foul call to be had, but
wow.
He thought it over for a second longer and is going to send Trey Holloman to the free throw line.
Peterson just looking like, really? That was me? Come on. Looks like number 1, Owen Berg, is getting ready to check into the game for the Rangers pretty soon. But on the line right now is Trey Holloman.
Yeah, there appears to be quite the size discrepancy between these two teams. As you mentioned before, a lot of their players are over 6 foot, and not just that, they're well over 6 foot. I'm seeing 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", even up to 6'7". So a lot of size on that team, whereas the Rangers are struggling to get over that 6 foot mark with just a few players even reaching 6'6". I mean, 2 of them, but one of them's on JV. That doesn't really help you here.
But it looks like they're bringing in Owen Berg, who is 6'5", so it looks like they're going to try to bring in some height early.
That would make sense if you were asking me. Put the size on the floor and try to match up well on defense.
2 for 2 on the line for Holloman.
Hopefully that'll transfer to some offensive play here.
Bring it back out. That's Berg.
Ooh,
makes a nice move. Open Barlett. Barlett had to pass, just pushed it outside. And that was for Boyson. Boyson can corral it in.
Nick Bartlett just a little bit outside of the reach of Boyson there. Dirty moves here by Holloman. Kicks it over to number 3, Jones.
Guerrero passed it out right in the paint. No one was there while they're playing that soft zone. Early timeout for Cremesino and the Rangers. I mean, Burke just had that in easy, too. Right in the paint. He was waiting for that one. 2-13, 4:48 remaining in the first.
Back to what you were saying about that soft zone. the way you beat the zone is you pass it. You pass it fast, you pass it often, and eventually you're going to get somebody open on that backside. Just like we saw right there. You really can't have that. And now we find ourselves down 2-13 with just under 14 or 15 minutes here to go in the first period.
Very early on, but they're showing why they're the number 3 team in state.
Yep.
But Rangers got to try to figure out a scheme, something. You gotta change this momentum that is being brought by the Raiders, and you got to try to slow it down any way possible. Change the schemes. I mean, they were trying to put in different players like Owen Berg, so
try to get that size. Yep. And I mean, where was I going with that? Jeez, I'm just.
Oh, another turnover, easy to the inside, and that's another 2. That looks like Curtis Jones for the Raiders.
I'm just
passes out. Moisen, Barlett, Berg working the paint. Berg's blocked. That's a foul.
Able to get to the free throw line. I mean, we're going to have to see quite a bit of that to hold on here as free throw shots. Where I was going before is the shooting percentage of Cretin is outrageous. I think they've only missed 1 shot so far. This is not going to be good if they keep shooting at this percentage throughout the entirety of the game. I'd imagine at some point we're going to get this defensive situation figured out, and they'll probably cool off at some point.
Well, you definitely got to get the crowd into the advantage. I mean, you're at home, so you have to use that crowd to your advantage. Maybe make some noise or something, but you got to get the crowd into it. That's always going to be the big keys. Can you get the crowd to get enough noise? So you got to generate stops and turnovers, but a nice drive. Look at Berkey, pass it outside, open 3, no good. Off the rebound, block. That's all going to be on the line for number 2, Giovanni Hadley. Hadley was a transfer from Matamidi, and now he will be on the line for Cretin Durham Hall.
Yep, I mean, we were able to get the stop there. Well, not even a stop. We were able to force a miss, but we're not able to corral that rebound, and then they're going to get that offensive rebound and go right back up with it. And as you see, he's a pretty good free throw shooter. You're not really putting him at a disadvantage by sending him to the line.
You got to try to figure out something to create some chaos, but this is going for a second. Maybe a little bit of noise coming in, and he goes 2 for 2. Number 2 goes 2 for 2. You better hurry up, 5 seconds. You got to make that shot out.
Oh, he's not even looking. Teesfeld wasn't ready for that. You got to be looking when you're going.
Teesfeld was caught spinning, just didn't see it, and the 3 is good. Trey Holloman showing why he's a top recruit.
Dang, we got to get something going here eventually. I mean, it's going to be a long night. Reaching in there, I thought that might have been a foul, but not quite.
Tries to bring it inside to the paint. Nice move, and that's an easy 2.
Puts the move on right there, able to get into the lane.
Harrison Taylor.
Pump fake his way to an easy basket.
Trying
now
to show some bright spots right now. 6-20, 13:46 remaining. Working in the paint, fouled. That looks to be Guerrero on the line for the Raiders. Everything that's going right will go back the other way to Cretin Durham. I mean, it's just every 1 thing for the Rangers is 2 for the Raiders. So the Rangers just got to try to figure out something. You can't have these costly fouls early.
We've already seen, 5 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game. And I was calling it quarters and periods before. It's a half.
It's half.
It's a half. Just so we can get that cleared up.
Gotcha.
But, back to what you were saying about getting the fans into it, sometimes it can work 1 of 2 ways. You either get the fans getting the players into it, or you get the players getting the fans into it. And you'd much rather see the players getting the fans into it, but it might almost mean you need to go the other way with this matchup here tonight. It's going to be a tough one all night long.
Definitely. Nice lob. Easy.
Numbers advantage. 3-2 opportunity, able to cash in on the easy lay-in there.
And another thing that works well for this Raiders team is they've not subbed yet. I mean, after that timeout, they still had their starting 5 out there. So the starting 5 is in there for a long time. And that's another alley-oop.
Oh, thank
Tried
God.
to dunk it. And that doesn't go his way as he was short by the rim. Just a jumper, and he misses it.
Offensive. And now the sprinting is coming down the other end.
Defensive rebound, fouled, and it looks like number 2 is going to be on the line. That's Hadley.
Yep, and it looked like Harrison Taylor was not happy with that foul call.
That's for sure.
He did get ball. I'm not sure if he got arm, but I saw him word OMG after that foul. You don't like to see that. This early in the game, it's going to get frustrating the longer you get that going.
And the first one's no good.
Here we go. Nice miss.
Hadley misses his first.
Yep, it looks like the Rangers are going to be getting into bonus territory here pretty quickly if it keeps going at this rate of fouls.
Definitely you would not want to see that. Goes
there
0 for
go.
2 there. And missing with the rebound. Looks like tangled up was Taylor and Guerrera, but
I thought they were calling it a jump ball. They called it a foul there.
So it looks like Taylor will bring it back out. With about 13:09 remaining.
He can't move here because the foul. It wasn't just an inbound. Tees fell with
Tees
a nice move.
And turnover.
His foot was on the line.
And that's going to go back to the Rangers. That looked to be, I think it was Berkey who just kind of.
Coach over here is yelling down to the floor at his players there. He's not too happy with whatever's got going on right there. Number 5, Holloman's getting some height on those jumps.
As Berg
Inbounds
passes
to
back
Berg.
to Taylor. And Taylor just trying to make a move. Taylor passes it the outside. Diesfeld makes a nice move inside to Berg. Oh, Boyson just couldn't handle it. Too much
Easy
heat
lay
on.
in there, and he's not able to get to go. Oh,
and fancy
finger
move.
roll on the back side of that. That was real pretty.
Curtis Jones, nice moves there. As Boyson will bring it back out. Brings it to Barlett. Barlett brings it. Boyson jumper. Charging.
Frickin' charge.
Oh, wow.
There. Not too happy about that.
And that Cretin Durham Hall bench just went ecstatic. And looks like number 10 for your Rangers, Austin Trailers, in as number 50, Boyson, heads out.
It doesn't even look like a single Raiders player has taken their shirt. Okay, the first one is finally coming into the game with the shirt off. Number 23 appears to be subbing in here.
That's Jack
Tarrer.
They're going for, again, that lob, and that's another
gosh.
easy, too.
That's something that does happen on that zone. It just leaves oh, my.
Trey
Able
Holloman.
to save it, Berg there with the ultimate effort just to make a team play there.
Ooh, makes a move. Passed it.
Not a good pass there.
Passes it the inside, back to the outside. Teesfeld, 3. No good, just short of the rim. Rebound by Burke for the Raiders. That's going to be brought back the other way. That's Holloman. Holloman making nice moves. Open 3. No good. Off the rebound, Teesfeld takes it.
Hadley is struggling. Oh,
and Teesfeld, another turnover.
Guys.
And that's just going to be an easy one.
He gets up there, man.
He's definitely, Hadley just has easy jumps.
I'd like to
see.
And
a nice cross. Bring it to the inside to Berg. Berg almost mishandles it, and that's another open opportunity, and that's going to be. Oh! And foul.
He just smacked it. That doesn't count. That's a rim violation. He went for the dunk, hanging on the rim.
And now the crowd's getting into that foul.
As they're going to go for some tech free throws here.
They're trying to do a Dwayne Wade, LeBron James kind of maneuver there. Oh, my.
What that was is he tried to dunk it, and then he hung on the rim. That was the problem there. If he would have let go of the rim, it would have been all fine. But
Barlett makes the first.
I feel like that's got to be one of the more pressured situations is when you're standing down there by yourself shooting free throws like that.
The pressure of just there's no one around. I could see that.
All on your own.
And just rolls the second one out.
Misses
and it looks like a big sub here as 3 out of the 5 starters are out of the game. 24, 23, and 15 are into the game. Garcia, Clipper, and Tarrer are in the game as right now Taylor's trying to find someone, brings it to Berg. Back out to Taylor.
I think we just got to slow down the pace at this point, man. This is just too much for us right now.
As they're trying to bring back the inside. Nice work from the inside. That's 2.
Taylor, baby.
11:27, 11:06 remaining in the first half.
They just popped that thing in the air, like force them to do something with it, man.
Trying to go to the outside lob. Doesn't get it. Oh, they gave him space for the 3. Airmail.
And the crowd is booing him from that air ball. You don't like to see that. And they're chopping him with the air ball.
No one was in that area code.
These fans are just ruthless with it tonight.
Nice couple moves for Taylor. Taylor working on Hallman. Back out to Bartlett. Bringing out to Trailer. Trailer out to Taylor.
Oh!
Taylor working on
Josh Garcia down there.
Garcia,
Oh, somebody's ankles were busted.
Didn't take the shot. Bartlett out to Thiesfeld, excuse me. And now they're definitely just trying to put time to their advantage. Slow down the pace, like you said. Jumper!
Hey! One! Whoa! Thiesfeld with the nice, just almost desperation thrust at the basket. Gets it to go, man.
It was there for too much how long. Just kind of.
That was pretty cool, though.
Oh, it looks like number 2 is talking
Chatting
to
up
one of
his
his
teammate.
players. Yeah, he's just. But now that's going to be Thiesfeld on the line for the Rangers. Try to get some more points here and not have this be a blowout in the first half. Just try to keep some pace. I mean, keep it manageable.
It's only a 13-point game.
As he gets the N1, 14, 27, 10, 16 remaining in the first half. That's a nice little high passage tour.
I believe they're pronouncing it Tower down on
okay.
the booth there. But what I was trying to say before, I'd love to see this team play perhaps a Sierra Canyon, if any of you know National High School basketball. That's the team that LeBron's son plays on out there. Love to see them play that team and see how they fare.
But meanwhile, that's going to be Taylor out to Bartlett. Bartlett's up against Jones, back to Taylor, and they're just working on the outside of this arc here. Back out to Bartlett. Bartlett's eyeing Taylor, doesn't pass it out. I mean, this is what this team does well,
Bartlett
but
for
open three, good!
Hey! We're mounting something here. It's only a 10-point game.
Try to keep it in bite-sized pieces right now. As they're going with that zone.
That's 6 points in a short order there. You like to see that.
Brings it out to Hadley. Hadley back out to Jones. And now Rangers kind of showing different zone, but that's an open three. Interesting form, but he makes it.
Josh Garcia there.
Garcia with like almost a shot put motion. But meanwhile,
it's not how pretty it is.
Exactly. It's how effective it is. Bartlett gets stripped, and that's a turnover, and that's going to be a foul.
Thiesfeld just says no thank you to the quick running down the floor there. Now they're going to send him to the line. That might be the move here. Keep fouling him. He hasn't shot well at the free throw line yet. Then you get the ball back after that. Might be a good tactic to employ if he's on the floor.
As now it looks like the Rangers have now caused bonus, so if he makes 2, gets third. But right now, Hadley's on the line. That one's good.
Maybe he just had an off run at it last time.
1 for 2. But right now, 1 for 1 on second shot attempt. Crowd, you just kind of hear some murmurs and mumbles there, but he goes 2 for 2.
You want to get loud when they're shooting free throws against the away team, dude.
They're not confident yet. You got to try to instill some confidence in this crowd, and that starts with the team making some shots. You had some missed opportunities, just some bad passes and costly turnovers. Right now, open three. He couldn't believe how open it was, and Gullickson just kind of was out. Gullickson just was short with that pass, and that's going to be back with the Raiders as Tower will bring it out.
That, man. It looks like he went off the white team there, but did not in the ref's book. But, man, that's a tough shot. He was wide open on the three-point line, not able to just get it to go there.
Right now, easy passes out. Jones brings it out to Tower. Tower making a couple moves. Open three.
Josh Turner.
Oh,
he looks to be the
rolls off
the
rim. No good. Brought back the other way. That's going to be Thiesfeld. Taylor 3. That's short off the rim, off a Rangers player, back the other way.
Again, I thought that was off of White, but they're calling it Raiders ball again.
And what this Raiders team is doing so well, I mean, quieting this crowd. The band can't play any music. Nothing crazy exciting is happening. Just keeping this crowd on a low atmosphere, so this team's able to focus. Zero it in, easy 3, good. That's going to be Curtis Jones.
Man, if you're going to leave a guy that wide open, he's going to take that shot every time.
That's Thiesfeld.
I'm not sure if coach has got to switch from a zone
on Taylor.
or from a zone to a man. We got to do something here because this zone ain't working at all. leaving wide open shots every time down the floor.
You got to create some opportunities, and I think these guys just aren't getting enough separation. Makes a move, almost blocked there.
An offensive
Gullickson
lineman there.
almost loses it, take it out, Berg out. And Rangers just kind of reset every time when they have that out man. Like couple feet out of the three-point arc.
Hey!
Open three for Thiesfeld.
Hey! Splashes it home. There we go. Get us a little bit of enjoyment out of that. 20-35 here. I think that's the first time out of the quarter or the half.
Inching closer, but I mean this is kind of what the Rangers just have to play all the game. Don't leave it out of reach where it's 20 plus, but I mean the 15-point game right now, just keep it within range. You have time. You have 7 minutes here. You have the whole next half, so you just keep it within a manageable game. That's what we're trying to do.
Keep it within earshot is what you're saying.
Exactly.
I just think that the Rangers, the zone's really not working against this Raiders offense. They move the ball too quickly to be able to get into position to stop it. They're going to have to switch over and start just playing man-on-man, find a way. I mean, the only thing I can guess is that Coach Cremosino doesn't think that they can do it with the personnel the Raiders have, and I think you got to test it because it's not worked in zone. And we've seen 3 alley-oop attempts in the first half alone. Can't have that. That's too much excitement, too much energy for a team.
Mm-hmm. Right now, it's going to be, I want to say, it looks like a new player in maybe. Can't tell what number that is, but brings
With
it
the
out.
ball?
Number 5, that's Holloman.
Holloman, yeah. Working his way out
Berg
around there.
playing some nice defense. Makes a couple moves, though. Passing outside, working his way inside the paint. Spins back to the outside. Berg overcooked it. Open 3. Good.
He is clearly the dead eye of that offense.
Garcia with that corner 3. He loves that spot.
I mean, his form is a little bit shoddy, but, you know, if he gets it to go, you can't bump it.
Gullickson trying to find that inside man in the paint. Can't do it. Out to Berg. Now Berg. Nice shot out. Makes a nice melt. Thiesfeld. And couldn't get it. Rebound by Curtis Jones.
There. Very close to going, but just not able to get in position.
Jones
right
making
down
a couple
the lane.
moves in the paint, and that's in no man's territory. That's going to go back the other way.
That was a nice forced turnover opportunity. Put the pressure on, and you just can't make a good pass that way.
And it looks like Hadley's back into the game for the Raiders as number 15 Garcia checks out. And right now,
surprised they did that when he's red hot like that right now.
Bartlett passes out. Taylor, Berg, Bartlett. That's just trying to slow down the pace, keep it outside. Gullickson back out, open 3 by Traylor.
Hey! Traylor able to get it to go, makes it another 15-point game with just under 6 to go here in the half.
Got to start playing some defense here.
This game ain't out of reach yet.
Rangers keep showing that zone, but right now these fast passes, they're finding an open man. Nice block. And that will go. Looks like, yep, that's going to be Raiders.
The Raiders ball.
Raiders possession still.
They're going to inbound it there from that spot. And there was some good pressure by the Rangers. That's the first time we've really seen that.
Ooh, tries to drive in the paint, falls down, but can't get the rebound. Rangers jumper. That's an easy 2 for number 30, McGraw. I mean, you can't allow that. Travel.
And Thiesfeld, buddy.
Thiesfeld takes 2 steps. We're not playing football right now. Number 5 will bring it back in. That's Holloman. Oh, my.
These refs ain't messing around. They're going to get you for anything and everything you do wrong in this game tonight.
Gullickson checks out of the game. And right now, Rangers just they got to keep it. They got to keep it close somehow. And it's just an elbow to the head.
No, they stepped out of bounds.
Oh, perfect. But I mean, you gotta try to do something right now. 23 to 40 is just something you don't want, and inevitably you got to try to change up something, because right now not everything's being totally successful. Owen Berg open 3, can't get it. and can't get the rebound.
Close,
Is Taylor.
It's not good positioning.
Heavy charge, not contested. Dunk goes nowhere.
Holloman is struggling out here tonight with these moves. He's just not having it go his way.
He wants the poster badly, but that backfires, and like that, Rangers get the ball back.
You can tell that the fans are really enjoying these mess-ups by the Raiders as they're kind of showing off with these dunks, these flashy plays.
They're trying to find something to cheer for. So Owenberg, nice to Bartlett. Bartlett 2-on-1, but he wants to take the paint, passes it.
He
didn't
lost
shoot
the
it
handle.
outside. And that's Taylor. Taylor working one-on-one against Guerrero. Back out Taylor. Taylor wants the drive, contested drive, but that's 2 in the paint.
He's able to make that thing do when you cut to the lane like that, able to get a
open lob and
They gotta
misses it.
stop doing that, dude. They're doing these flashy plays, and it's not going for them.
Defense gets fouled, and that's another time on the line for the Raiders, and the Raiders will just consume points like this. This is his 3rd trip. That's Javon Hadley. Oh, my.
I believe that he's 2 for 4 right now at the line, so he's not shooting fantastically as of yet, but now he's at 60% for the game. He's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 early misses, he's bouncing back from that, that's for sure.
Javon Hadley makes the first. 25-41, 4:31 remaining in the first half. And
the
looks like a
trainer's coming
substitution.
down. Trainer's coming down to check on number 11, Zion Guerrera. I think he took an elbow to the head like you were saying before. Missed free throw there. Rebounded by Harrison Taylor, pushing it up the floor.
And mishandles it.
Lose it.
And Taylor tries to get it back. Open lob.
Another
Block the
hoop
lob, but will be taken back. Javon Hadley cleans it up.
Man, you had a good chance. You're getting too flashy with it, and you lose it. Harrison Taylor with the move there, out on the wing. Gets it down to Bartlett. Wing shot, Owen Berg.
Just pushed it. Just felt a little rushed with it, but gets the rebound. Trailer's
foul.
blocked.
Hey,
and Bartlett couldn't get it. And Bartlett still can't get it. And after all that sequence of events,
timeout.
The Raiders will still have it. I mean, that's an opportunity that you need to make. Bartlett had a couple chances at it. Trailer had a couple chances at it, and he couldn't get anything. Missed opportunity there.
You can't have that many opportunities and find a way to not get points out of that. That was unacceptable from the team there. They really, if you can't get a good layup shot in, pass it out and make something else happen. But to have 3 missed layups like that in a row underneath the basket, that's not winning basketball in my opinion.
Definitely. And timeout, smart timeout here by Cretin. Just kind of get their guys charged up real quick. Right.
Jerry Klein, their head coach, really has this spark of a voice. It's just so loud and just gets your attention. I keep hearing it through the headset somehow. What's going on down there?
It's a booming, echoing voice.
He's not mad. That's just how he talks. It's kind of crazy. He's just real and tentative and ready to go all the time.
That's how you get through to your players. They got to know what's happening. Easy pass out. Right now back to Curtis Jones.
Held on the wing now.
And now it looks like the Raiders are trying to slow it down a little bit here.
Juice
some clock, jumper, no good, but he gets his own rebound. But that's no good, but he'll be on the line. And those are rebounds that the Rangers need to get. I mean, the defense that they're showing is just being consumed by this type of play that the Raiders are bringing, and it's just not working.
Hadley's able to get to the line here yet again, and I mean, that's where most of his points have come in the game. He's really not shooting well from the field. As you saw there, he tried to do the layup, or rather the first layup did not go, and then he got fouled on the second one, which also missed. Just not great attempts out there from him yet from the field.
And his second shot's
Gets
good.
It to go. He's kind of cleaned up his act from the free throw line from that first showing where he missed both, and now he's able to turn it around.
Bartlett's trying to be careful, not turn it over. Brings it back out to Taylor. Taylor getting double team 2-on-1.
Oh my
Aaron pass
that was
there.
a kick
Tries
ball.
to keep it in play.
Teasfeld.
Teasfeld gets it. Teasfeld lobs it and just couldn't communicate with the lob. That was Owen Berg in vicinity.
They were mimicking what the Raiders are doing with the alley-oops and not able to do the same there. They're not the Cretin Raiders. They don't have all this athleticism. They got plays. They got, good physical ability, but they can't do that on a regular basis. The Rangers cannot.
That's for sure. Rangers trying to tighten things up, but that's going to be working in the paint. A jumper, but rebounded by Burke, and that's going to be another 2.
Again
3 minutes
with the miss
remaining.
there by Hadley. Not
3
able
minutes
to get more to
remaining in
go.
the half. Bartlett
Oh,
passes out. Oh,
my.
and just can't have that. Backcourt violation, and that's going to be back with the Raiders' possession.
You knew as soon as he threw that you could tell he knew he messed that one up.
That's for sure. Makes a nice move. Almost took the jump shot. Open shot, but doesn't take it as it's just 3-on-1, but they're leaving people all open all over the place. And
Hey, we
finally
got a
gets the
miss.
rebound.
Now we're
And
heading
going
back the
the
other
other
way.
ways. Taylor.
Ooh.
Taylor,
look at
nice
those
behind the
moves.
back move. Jumper, trailer, 3. Trailer, no good 3. Rebound and breakaway by the Raiders.
Oh,
Euro
man.
step. Oh, man, with the stare down at the end. And Raiders are just having a field day.
Double team pressure here now. They called the Dan Cremesino timeout there. They really needed that one.
And
The on-ball pressure, double teams, it's just forcing a lot of turnovers here for the Rangers.
that's for sure. And it's just not what you want it to be. And right now, this Raiders team is just having their way. I mean, they're controlling possession, they're controlling pace, and most of all, they're controlling the shots. They're able to get guys open and just make them. I mean, Rangers had so many missed opportunities, but that's what this team's doing so well, is they're capitalizing on opportunities, and Rangers got to try to capitalize.
We got to just kind of focus. It seems like we're getting real sloppy with the ball here, and that formula is not going to work in this game. As you've seen evidence so far, it's a 24-point game, 25-49. We're going to have to change up the way we're doing this, slow the pace down, play solid basketball, and really just limit the turnovers here coming into the second half as we wind down the first half here.
If I was Cremesino, definitely just try to change a couple schemes up on that defense. Maybe have a little more heavier pressure, get some bigger-bodied guys in there too. Try to match height with height, like what they were doing at the beginning of the game, but it seems like they kind of shied away from it a little bit recently.
Well, they like Teasfeld in there. He's got good ball handling. He can get the ball moved around, but at the same
Taylor
time,
wants to take the drive, but
Foul.
fouled.
he'll head to the line now.
It's very interesting, though. Boyson's not been in the game since the first minutes or so. Hopefully he's okay.
I don't know. Yeah,
He's
he
a
must
part of
be-
that starting 5.
He might be hurt or something. That would be awful.
Definitely a big blow for the Rangers so far. The first one's good by Taylor. 26-49, 2:02 remaining.
Arc
And he gets the
shot
2.
there.
27-49.
Now Holloman dribbling it up, going the other way, kicks it out there onto the wing, trying to get it down into the post, kicks it out back to the other side of the wing. Gonna get a wide open run to the lane. Oh, he kicks it out.
Open 3, no good.
That was
But that's brought back by the Rangers. Teasfeld getting aggressive double team there, but able to get out to Taylor. Taylor, Burke, 3, good!
Hey, here we go. Make it a 19-point game. Is now, yep.
But now,
Hadley gonna do something special there.
quick pace change. I mean, after an answer there, and Raiders are in striking distance, and they get the 2 in the paint.
Will Burke, easy shot underneath the rim there.
I mean, he's just loves that paint, and he's able to settle, and Rangers kind of shy away from him. They'll take those open 2s any day. And right now, that's Trailer against Hadley, working in the paint.
Foul?
And just big block.
That was a big body shot there, but not calling that one. You can clearly tell that there are defined rules for this Cretin team. Only certain players are going to be shooting their 3-point shots, and everybody else is going to be taking paint shots. We haven't seen much from the mid-range at all in this game.
That's for sure. And right now, bringing it back out, trying to make a couple moves. That's Holloman. Holloman trying to put Taylor on skates. Oh, and that's a 3 drained. I mean, he just had Taylor just kind of searching for where that shot was going to be taken and had that easy step back three.
45 seconds here to go. Taylor in the middle, kicks it to Berg underneath.
Berg,
Trailer
Trailer couldn't get it.
Not a good shot, in my opinion, down like in that position.
Ooh, makes a nice move. Open three. No good.
Close for Holloman.
Almost had the rebound. Bartlett able to get it. 23 seconds remaining. Rangers just trying to get extra points on, but that's blocked.
Big old block by our number 2 there. Hadley just swats it out of this city.
Trying to bring it back to Cretin, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to run the clock down here with 18 seconds to go, or they're going to just make a quick shot.
Possibly. That's still going to be Rangers since that was out of Berkey. And Taylor is going to try to bring it out once more.
We got to work for a clean shot here to close out the half. Down 24.
Lobbed. And they got the foul called.
They called a foul on it. Now he's probably going to head to the free throw line. Raiders still aren't in the bonus. Impressive to go. Oh, they just entered now with 17 seconds left. Impressive that they went an entire 18-minute period or half without getting into the bonus.
And that's clean. That's clean basketball they're playing. I mean, they're playing smart too, and that's what this team's been so successful, and that's why they are 15-2. They're able to play very clean basketball. And looks like 24 checks into the game. Jack Clipper.
Yep, Austin Trailer here for the second free throw attempt, trying to go 32 here. Able to get it to go.
32-54.
They're probably going to work for a last-second shot here, I'd have to imagine.
Just try to juice out the rest of the clock. Holloman makes a nice move. Packs it. An easy contested. No paint. Clipper. No good. Rebound Rangers. Rangers bring it out. Half-court shot. Oh, no good.
He at least hit the backboard there. Heading into halftime here, it'll be a 32-54 point game in favor of the Cretin Raiders. What do you think of that first half, Vince?
Oh man, I mean that's just perfect basketball by the Raiders. You could not play it any better than that. Offense, they were putting points up. They were finding open people, easy lobs. Defense, they were playing clean, playing heavy pressure, and they were getting turnovers. And like you said, in the last 30 seconds, finally getting in the bonus. I mean, that's insane.
Yep.
This team is just on all sides is playing perfect ball. And Rangers are going to have a tough time crawling back in the second half, but it is not impossible. Rangers need to just clean up. Offense, they just got to make more shots, and they got to capitalize on the opportunity. They've showed flashes that they can beat this team and that they can be a complete team. But they just gotta clean up on offense and defense.
The only thing I gotta say is, imagine if the Raiders weren't making all these flashy play mistakes.
That's for sure too.
Where they'd be at right now. So thank goodness they're making those mistakes. Now it's a 22-point game, and I think with that we will head into break and join you guys on the other side of this intermission. So thanks for joining us.
See you second half. And we are back for the second half of this Forest Lake basketball game. And for the people who are just joining us, I'm Vincent, joined along here with Dustin. Dustin, what is going on?
Well, the second half's about to commence, as it looks like the Ranger boys are just getting a couple shots up to try to get maybe some form figured out. Get it all figured out on what's been holding us down in this game so far. But as we get ready for the second half to start, what are you most looking forward to here, Vince?
I'm looking forward to see what kind of coach Cremasino can be. Is he able to coach his players and try to scheme up something, you know? I'm very interested to see what his game plan is now coming out of half, or he's going to try to stick with the script. So it was very cool during halftime. If you guys were still staying in tune for that, you got to see some of the community Forest Lake kids play some basketball, and that was very, very fun. It's always nice to see those young kids getting into it.
It looks like the band is clearing out for the second half. I'm not sure. They must have just signed up for the first half only gig, I guess, as the second half starts. Harrison Taylor's working out on the wing, trying to work towards the paint.
Oh, and tries to get
it out.
Bartlett just kind of grabbed it last second because that could have been a quick turnover.
That's what we noticed a lot in the first half, was a lot of turnovers. Oh, Boyson's back in the game. He's been out for much of the first half.
As Boyson passed, or excuse me, that looked was Taylor passed out to Bartlett. Back out to Taylor. Now Taylor on the wing, right up to the top of the key. On the wing for the three, just short.
It looked clean, but it was just short there.
That was Eric Peterson.
Haven't seen him in quite a while either.
It's just quiet. It's just kind of silent. You can hear a pin drop almost. Oh, my.
They're ready for the next thing to happen, the next big moment here in this game. Who's going to really bust the crowd open? Oh, my gosh.
Tried to get that lob blocked, but nothing there.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy lay-in once he got to that point, as Bartlett now is going to dribble the basketball up to the half-court line there, look for his man Harrison Taylor, and try to move something. We got to get away from this way outside moves here, man. They're keeping the ball way outside. There's not a lot of good opportunities from out there.
That's for sure. Tries to get it onto the key. Oh. No good. But off the rebound, he gets fouled.
I think he got hit in the side of the face, Eric Peterson did
there.
Yep.
Peterson's fouled. Now he gets to go on the line, get some points up for the Rangers.
Yep, 56-32 now, and there's just over 16 and a half minutes to go here in the game. First foul of the half there. Sends Eric Peterson to the free throw line. Misses the first attempt.
He's got to try to make this next one here. I mean, it's not out yet, you know. Kent's not out of the bag. You got time. There's time. And he gets the second, so 33-56.
Makes it a 23-point game now.
As bad as it seems, you have time, and you gotta just try to instill some hope. As that's gonna be Holloman against Taylor. That's an easy out to Jones. The wing.
Gonna try to move something up to the middle, back to Holloman now on the other side of the wing. Put some moves on our boy Harrison Taylor.
Oh, he breaks his own ankles. Oh, my God.
He is struggling out there tonight. He's made some plays. But
3-on-1.
Coach Cremasino, call a timeout there. Oh, a little bit of fight there going on. A little bit of tightly grip basketball. This ain't football, guys.
Wow. And that looked to be Holloman. He's getting into it with Taylor, but Taylor just kind of putting his hands up there. Aggressive play here by the Raiders. They're doing all gas, no break, but the Rangers trying to slow the bus down. And right now, that looks to be number 5, Peterson.
A little bit surprised there wasn't anything extra tacked on that foul, as that was a pretty aggressive move. Oh, gunning it to Boyson.
Boyson on the gun and blocked.
Oh, my gosh, he should have just.
Boyson blocked by Holloman.
Timeout ref for our team there. Oh, my.
And he gets it, tries to get it out.
They call it timeout just in time.
Oof. Wow.
Man, that was.
I mean, it's not pretty, but it's getting a little ugly there, yeah.
I mean, you hate to see the tension, but when you're down by 23.
Tension's definitely
you
building.
Definitely tightened up.
I mean, for this SEC play, no love is being lost right now coming into the second half, excuse me.
What do you think Cremasino's saying down there, Vince?
I'm saying, if I was a coach, I don't know what Cremesino's saying, but I would be saying keep this aggression up, but use the aggression to your advantage. Don't let emotions get ahead of you, but use your emotions to have a drive and to start making shots. I mean, they're playing an aggressive game, and it's kind of working. I mean, they've held them only to 2. They've made a free throw, but they're minimizing the damage, and they can get something going. They just have to start now. Their opportunity's not lost, down a little over 20, but there is a chance. They just got to use it to their advantage. Passes out Taylor. And that's going to be that matchup that you start looking at more.
Pickpocketed right there by Trey Burke on defense.
Wow.
Holloman kicks it over to a 3-point attempt.
No good, but rebound by Thiesfeld.
Thank goodness he missed that one. That was a pretty far outside the line 3 there. Oh,
it's Taylor.
Trey
and it looks
Burke
like
throws him down.
As Peterson
I think
just
he might
gets down.
tripped him, actually.
Possibly. Oh, and tried to get to Boyson in the paint. Goes past his feet, and that's Raiders in the other direction.
You've seen that a little bit from Nick Bartlett tonight. He's been a little bit loose with that basketball, letting it fly a little bit extra. He's just got to kind of tighten up the way he's playing. He's not putting the ball where it needs to be. He had that backcourt violation earlier. Can't have that from a guy like that.
That's for sure. Brings it out, tries to do the jumper. Boyson with a nice block and gets the rebound. Boyson passes it out to Bartlett. Bartlett, had a chance and gets from behind, but picked off by Taylor. And Taylor tried to fancy behind the back. He couldn't almost much, but he stepped out, double dribble. And Rangers get it back after that crazy sequence of events.
Another mistake by Holloman.
Mass substitution coming up here as Berg and Traylor come into the game. Taylor and Bartlett are out of the game. I think that's the first time in this game that Bartlett's out of the game. I mean, not Bartlett, excuse me, that's Taylor out of the game.
He's really been taking over this entire game.
Thiesfeld, nice pass inside, up and under. Couldn't get it.
Boyson.
Traylor had a chance for it. And they keep it in bounds. Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Going for the lob, and he gets the 2.
He was able to adjust there from the dunk to the layup.
Hadley got the 2. Almost blocked, and that's kicked out. That's going to be in the Rangers still. That's Will Berkey, who kicked it out for the Raiders. Rangers ball. That's going to start with Peterson.
If Will Burke could have handled that, that would have been just a frustrating turnover yet again. But there we go. Hey, a dunk of our own.
Just about, maybe just a tiny bit more.
Yep, Boyson able to just barely get up and in there. And
works in the paint. Easy, too, for Hadley. But Rangers trying to pick up the pace, though. They're able to get it out to Traylor. Traylor with the nice moves out to Boyson. Boyson almost loses it. Ball. Nice move out to Peterson. Peterson back out. Thiesfeld. No good as it's short. Boyson gets the rebound. Boyson out. Peterson. 3. Good.
Make it now. I believe that puts us at 38, a 22-point game with 14 to go here. We're going to have to put our foot on the gas here and really start to lock these Raiders down. Coach calls a timeout right at the half-court line. Now he's no timeout.
Looks like substitution, maybe?
There's a timeout.
Okay, yeah. Looks like refs were a little confused. Players were confused. But timeout.
Peterson's confused down there. He's doing the chicken elbows. I'm not sure what's up there. Another timeout here. Another chance for, now Cremesino's deferring to the assistant coach's decision, and now Krem's like, what's the elbow about?
Looks like he's a little upset about that timeout. Assistant coach for the Rangers, Mike Holmquist and Craig Coleman, looks like to be in there while Cremesino was out having a little talk with the ref officiating there. But, I mean, a little odd of a timeout. But right now, Cremesino trying to instill some. But it's crazy. I mean, you're listening to this. You're listening to the head coach for the Raiders, and Jerry Klein. I mean, booming voice like you've talked about. But, I mean, he's still instilling to keep pulling the gas. He's talking about what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. So, I mean, that's
even from up here with all that noise going on, you can still hear his voice.
Yeah.
It just travels in this small, intimate setting of the high school gym like that. Now we're going to get set up here with the Cretin Durham Hall Raiders coming out of the timeout with the ball here. Holloman's going to inbound to number 3, Jones. Jones working out on the edge.
Jones against
Boyson.
Boyson.
Oh, that's not
Jones
a good
takes the
matchup.
drive, but off the rebound, fouled, and Raiders will go on the line again.
I don't like to see that matchup of Jones and Boyson there. Boyson, obviously a post player. He's not going to have great wing skills playing defense, and he got crossed up getting to the lane there.
And now on the line here, that's Jones. Oh.
Misser. No good. Keeps us within 22.
Excuse me, that's Guerrera, not Jones, on the line.
See if you can't miss another for us here.
For a second. There we go. He gets the second one, but
no,
I mean, it's just almost expected that these Raiders are making these shots. Oh, makes a nice move.
Yep.
That's Traylor. Traylor tries to pass it out Boyson. Boyson just keeps it about.
Oh, Thiesfeld had us going there. Now he kicks it to Taylor. Double team. He's got to get it out.
Taylor, nice move. Boyson
has
lost
some
handle, but
here, man.
but he got it back. Boyson working in the paint with a fancy move.
Behind the head move gets it to go.
He didn't even look at it. He just knew it was going in. He just threw it behind his head.
He's got a chance for the and one that'll put us at a 20-point game. With just under 13 and a half to go here, it's starting to get down to the nut-cutting time. You got to put it together and really just play some great basketball to close out the game.
That's for sure.
Now Holloman passes it to Jones, back to Holloman as he's working it up across the half-court line. Back to Jones now. Going to try to get to Burke. No look in there. Hadley to Burke. Nothing there again. Playing some good defense at the moment with this zone.
Nice drive in the paint. In the paint, that's a turnover by the Rangers. Rangers get it. That's Thiesfeld. Thiesfeld better watch out. And that's an errant pass.
Right as I was about
going
to say,
the other
that
way.
was the best defensive sequence I've seen all game from the Rangers. We give them the ball right back.
Opportunities like that you just can't blow. I mean, perfect defense, but
that was
just a bad pass by Thiesfeld.
You stop them long enough, you're going to force a turnover like that. Now Jones working into the paint, pisses it back to Burke. No good. There we go.
Taylor. Taylor better watch out. It's 2-on-1. Just gets it out to Boyson. That's now gunned out to Traylor. Traylor just off his shoe and rolls, but are they going to argue who it's going to? That's going to be back with the Rangers.
There's the call there.
I guess they're going to call it off of Giovanni Hadley's shoe.
Off his toe, I guess. Nice call there. It did seem to roll pretty in a way that I wouldn't imagine a basket would roll unless it's off off a leg or something like that. But
and that's for sure. And looks like Thiesfeld checked out of the game, and Berg checked into the game.
Able to get that ball corralled now by Harrison there, and now we've got it out on the wing yet again. Now for Bartlett, trying to work something there. He's got to get a pass it.
Bartlett
Boyson
to Boyson.
Again.
Boyson in the paint. Boyson.
Hey, and the foul.
That's what you want. Boyson, feed him the ball in the paint because that's what he'll be able to do. And it looks like now they're going to try to bring in that equalizer as that Raiders number 30, Danny McGraw, is coming into the game. Seems like every time he's in, he's always going to be matched up on Boyson. It looks like Berkey for the Raiders checks out of the game.
Yep, and now we've got a chance to make it a 17-point game. You keep getting these chances and
just chip away. Don't let
it
slip. But a rebound given by the Raiders. Raiders bring it back the other way. Fast sequence as uncontested drive.
Nobody wanted him. There's nobody stopping him in there. Holloman just goes right to the lane. Now we get the ball. The trailer back to Taylor. Now we got to work it a little bit better here. Just an errant block shot. Going back the other way now.
They're just not contesting. They don't want to contest him in the paint. They're afraid of the easy jumper there by Curtis Jones.
Man, you got to contest that. Now we got to start doing something here. Bartlett's got to corral the team here as the point guard. He's kind of the leader. So let's see if Bartlett can't do something special for us here. Gets a screen from Boyson underneath.
Screen's not fully set up. Berg doesn't want to take the three.
That was a good-looking shot.
Matched it up against McGraw. Nice move out there by Taylor. And Taylor
working his back to it.
Trying to feed it to Boyson. Boyson corrals it in. Working 2-on-1. Open to Berg.
Trailer.
Berg, Trailer, three. No good.
Just a little bit off there. And Hadley just put moves on her boys, getting right down to the lane. Traylor able to stay in front of his man there.
And now Hayes definitely getting slowed down as Holloman has it, and Taylor working against Holloman there.
Ooh.
Tries to take a little bit of step back on Bartlett. Bartlett
Zion
doesn't
Guerrero
bite.
there. With that little jab step had us going.
Tries to take the jumper, fouled, no good on the line. As now they're just feeding off of these free throw shots. As they're going to call Taylor on that shot foul.
Tough one there. He was fading away at his hands all up in his grill, and I guess that's a foul when you're fading back like that. You can't really do that, so. Nonetheless, he's at the free throw line.
Jumper's good. Or
free
throw, yeah.
Man, this is a pretty well-coached free throw shooting team, this Cretin team is. They haven't really missed many shots.
They're very
down the stretch here.
A very complete team, and you don't see many flaws with this team as he makes the second.
Got that. Now we're going back the other way. Number 2 there, Nick Bartlett with the inbound pass received. Now we're going to get a Thies fell 3 off the rim.
No good.
Now we're going back the other way. Holloman able to corral that rebound, kicks it over to Hadley out on the rim. It looks like all of these Cretin players are really able to dribble, so there's not one man you can stop that way. Oh, come on there. There we go.
Gets the turnover.
That's when you got to turn up the anticipation and just
Easy
go.
double team jumper, 3, no good. Off the rim, rebound. Bartlett almost had it.
Bartlett
Couldn't
not able
keep
to match
it.
up with that size.
Easy drive, foul, but no good there. As nonetheless, it'll be Hadley on the line for the Raiders.
Going back to the line yet again. Hadley's been on the line a lot tonight. I believe he is 8 of 10 shooting the free throws here.
What's very interesting is looking at the record for this Raiders team. I mean, the only 2 losses. Their first game was a loss, 47-56 to Eden Prairie at Eden Prairie, and their second one was also away. It wasn't at home. It was at Wyzetta, 74-83. So I mean, the 2 losses that they had were in
games there.
In close contest. So I mean, they were definitely matched up against some great teams.
Now Nick Bartlett trying to do some moves on Holloman there, just passing out to his teammate. Berg now on the wing. Bartlett out top of the key there, back to Berg. Gonna pull up
takes
for a
the 3. No good.
Ugh.
Rebound taken by a 24 Clipper.
Berg's not afraid to let it fly, even if it's not going in for him. If it's a good shot, he's willing to take it there. Behind the back move by Holloman, able to get down.
Jumper,
free throw line
2,
shot.
Good.
Free throw line shot right there. Now it's hard to miss that one, or pretty hard to miss that one. Now Peterson with the nice behind the back move, kicked it.
Oh, and that's going to go off the fingers. Yep, fingertips from Clipper there.
Barely. Barely looked like it even tipped. Nonetheless, stays with us as Thiesfeld is going to inbound here. Hadley comes off. Holloman comes off. Different look now for the Raiders.
They're definitely kind of slowing down a bit, putting
They're
their players just putting players that they don't play as much.
Oh,
and that's blocked. Clipper just
Somebody just threw that basketball against the back wall.
Using the size to their advantage, as that was, it looked like, Clipper 6'5" working against Thiesfeld 5'11". So used the size to his advantage in an easy block there, but nonetheless, that will be Thiesfeld on the line for the Rangers.
Coach Klein ain't afraid to scream, man.
That's for sure, even with these second-tier guys.
Thiesfeld, first shot miss. Really need to start converting on those free throw attempts.
Is on his line for the second attempt. And that one is good.
There we go.
Now going back the other way, that's going to be Curtis Jones bringing it in. Makes a nice move there by Tower. Tower back out. Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones open 3. No good. Rebound. Oh.
Jump ball maybe?
After all of that, they kept it in play, but that's fouled by Boyson. Boyson commits the foul on Clipper. And
didn't call the jump ball, even though the ball was wrapped up in both men's hands. And now he's headed to the free throw line. Dang. Number 30 at the line, Danny McGraw, converting the first one.
If that one is good, second attempt. for the Raiders. Good. 73 to 44.
Trey Zobrak checking into the game. I believe that. No, that's number 11. Brady Mattel.
Looks like Rangers now just kind of bringing in those guys that don't get as much playing. Yep, just don't get as much playing time. 9 minutes left in the game. I mean, you're just kind of playing for experience at this point. Just try to get some guys who don't normally have as much varsity time in. As Boyson makes a nice move in the paint, gets the 2. Jordan Boyson.
There. Make it a 27-point game here with just under 9 minutes to go here in the game.
Chris Jones brings it back out past the half-court line. That's going to be Clipper. Back out. Nice movement. Clipper almost jumps over a guy. That looks to be Mattel. Lost the ball. That's in Rangers' possession. That's Thiesfeld. Thiesfeld puts on the brakes. Open three for Mattel. No good.
Fans were pretty pumped to see Brady Mattel take that shot. Really sad.
But now a contested 3 of his own, and he gets it.
Josh Garcia, 3 of 4 from the three-point line here tonight.
Wow.
Just a sniper.
He's been dangerous.
A lot of points off the bench.
That bench has also been a key contributor. I mean, when you have that starting 5 out, that's Thiesfeld. Thiesfeld 3, no good.
Now
Tried to get a rebound
Eric
for the
Peterson
2 for
there.
Peterson, yeah.
Quick
Peterson
shot
feeds it to
in.
Boyson. Boyson spins, contested block, but fouled. Boyson's going on the line.
That was pretty nice there. I mean, he did get that offensive rebound and didn't just freak out. He looked for the pass rather than just going straight back up with it. Headed now to the line, hopefully converting both. Find ourselves down now by 30. Tough spot to be in with 7 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the game.
As right now, Boyson makes the first. I mean, it's nice to see that this crowd's still sticking around. As much as this game's not been looking too well, this crowd's showing their support nonetheless.
What else are you going to do on a Friday night?
Exactly.
Not able to get the second one to go. Hey, Eric
nice
Peterson
block.
just
Tight roping
pops
on the line and couldn't get it. Key 3. Boyson jumper with the 2.
Baby.
Great sequence there. As Peterson tight roped with that steal. Couldn't make the 3. Boyson cleans it up with a nice 2 working in the paint.
Now Curtis Jones going back the other way on offense, trying to get down into the lane. Little
Working
lob
easy
pass
jumper,
to
and that one's in. Cross.
Now Thiesfeld working up the left side of the wing there, trying to get it over. Push off by Curtis Jones there.
He's just kind of talking to the
like,
ref saying, "What, that was me? You saw that? Oh, come on." He's like, "Come on, that wasn't me."
Just let it slide.
Nah, don't worry, Curtis Jones. That was you. And now it's going to be Eric Peterson on the line for your Rangers. Big substitution here, getting ready as 4 and 5. Berkey and Holloman are getting ready to check back into the game for the Raiders.
Jonah Peterson will be checking in as well for the Rangers. It looks like, at least. There you go.
Yes, he is. Yep. Big substitutions in. Looks like Clipper and McGraw are also out for the Raiders. So right now you got Peterson, senior captain, on the line for your Rangers. And he gets it.
Here we go, folks.
Comeback of the
game.
Comeback of the century, right?
It ain't over yet. Another free throw attempt for Eric Peterson here.
The crowd's just kind of
a
lull in anticipation. Doesn't get the second one, but gets the rebound. Boyson works. Nice spin in the paint, and he gets it.
And
fouled. And 1.
He has had 3 foul and ones here tonight, and he's converted. No, this is his 3rd one.
Boyson
he's converted on the previous 1 of 2.
Boyson turning it on in the second half as he turned it on with a nice little spin move and an easy jumper.
Slap at the end of it.
And how he has a chance to get one more.
Makes it a
just short.
26-point game.
And that will be Hadley on the rebound.
Dang, that was just short right there.
As Hadley's trying to put Peterson on skates. Open 3 for Jones.
Curtis
No
good.
Rebound by Berkey.
Early.
Berkey against Boyson. Boyson trying to put up a brick wall. Nice job by Taylor.
Ref calls a timeout.
Timeout called
Ref
by Cretin last second.
Klein is subbing everybody in.
Oh, it's a mass substitution coming
So
in.
everybody out. Looks like they're going to be maybe done for the night.
Possibly 6:50 remaining. 52 to 78. I mean, it is notable that the Rangers are in the bonus now, but it's just kind of what do you do at this point, Dustin, in this kind of scenario?
Well, it's a tough spot to be in. There's very, very, if any, low chances of winning this game. It's a 26-point game with just under 7 to go. I mean, you'd have to literally play perfect basketball. I don't know if that's possible at this point. I mean, you just got to do what your coach is teaching you to do and do it to the best of your ability. Make him happy and try to keep the fans happy.
As Mattel looks like he was a little jumpy there and a little excited. They'll call him number 11, Brady Mattel with the foul.
Pretty happy to be
but he was pretty excited about that. He didn't care. He's just having a grand old time.
He's ready to play some basketball. He's got some skill to him. We'll see if he can't showcase it here. And
jumper.
McGraw with the
McGraw.
three.
And McGraw's happy about that one.
Harrison Taylor here dribbling up. Oh, gets
Boyson,
it tipped.
rebound.
Back the other way now here. Dribbling it up is number 23. Is that Michael Jordan?
And
No,
lost
Jack Tower.
Lost the handle on it.
Now we got Harrison Taylor going back the other way. Slowing down the pace a bit there. Gets a screen from. Oh, and he just
stripped
leaves
away.
it on the floor.
Tries to take it, and a nice dive there.
Joda Peterson making a scrum like he's diving for a fumble.
Almost sliding for a base there, too. He just kind of slid a couple feet, snatched that ball. But that's still going to be Raiders' possession anyways. Zion Guerrero took it back out, gave it to
Foul call.
to Tower, but Tower's fouled.
Foul call there.
That will go. That will go on him for foul. And Zion Guerrero will bring it out for the Raiders. That's out to Jack Tower. Tower working on Taylor. Tower with the nice move. Working in the paint.
Waves it off. Floor call, penalty, or foul.
Yep.
By Harrison Taylor there, it looks like. Tough call there. He's on his fourth, so one more and he's out. Austin Traylor coming in for Taylor now.
And definitely this bench is still packing heat. And that's what's crazy about this team, about Cretin, is that they have a lot of depth going with them. If you have that starting five like Hadley, Jones, and Hallman come out, you still have guys that are under them that are able to fulfill and keep that role going. Like we've seen a lot of Tower and Clipper, McGraw, people like that, and Garcia too.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen those guys just able to step up and keep making plays for this Raiders team. So that depth is just working.
Oh, with the rebound now. Wow, he's doing all sorts of stuff out there for them. He's gonna
tries to take the three, works in the paint, steps out.
I think they're
foul. Never mind.
On Jonah Peterson. Not happy about that.
Definitely disappointed there. And right now, they're just stacking up these points. A 30-point game.
Game is really dragging on at this point with all these fouls.
That's for sure.
16 combined here in the second half alone. Kind of crazy considering that the game's been out of reach for a while. It's a 31-point game. You got to hope that they're going to just kind of let it ride from here on out.
Hopefully.
Call it a little bit more loosely and let it just play on. Nonetheless, the game is being played, and turnover here.
Almost a turnover as Peterson
Here's
almost had it.
There's another foul.
People are fumbling around. People falling down left and right.
Thiesfeld not happy with that call. That was tough.
And now again on the line, that will be McGraw. Danny McGraw, the 6'5" forward, the senior.
He's kind of doing it all for them.
That's for sure, yeah. And he clean makes that one easy.
He's got a good shot for him, that's for sure.
Second shot attempt. That one's good too. Perfect 2 for 2 there.
And Jonah throws it in to Thiesfeld here. Carter Thiesfeld been in a lot this game so far. Kicks it over to Trailer. Working it up to, looks like it was going to be to Peterson. Rolls it off. There's Peterson now. A little step back move. Nothing there. Oh,
block, but still gets to Peterson. Thiesfeld. I mean, they still got it.
They still made a way to get it over to Thiesfeld as he kicks it back to Trailer. Over to Peterson. Had a shot. Oh, the ankles are collected. Foul call there.
It's still crazy, though, to see the size that they have with this depth that they have. I mean, these are not
reserve
players, but they still have height over some of these starting role players for this Rangers team. So that's the insane depth that we've been talking about.
Yep, and I mean,
but Peterson makes that.
Eric Peterson has been in the game as well a lot tonight. Along with Thiesfeld. Coach must just not want to pull him out.
That's for
just
sure.
loves to see him out on the floor, maybe.
And Peterson checks out of the game. Berg checks into the game as the second one's made.
Slaps that one home. Gullikson is now in the game. Gullikson there.
As Peterson finally checks out. As now.
Gullikson is going to take ball man here as they dribble up to half court. Oh.
Gullikson playing some good defense. Got a little two-handsy there.
Another foul.
And now again, for the 10th time in this half, the Cretin Durham Hall Raiders will be on the line. I mean, that's just kind of been the narrative of the second half, is costly fouls by
With the way this is going, you'd think the last 2 minutes right now are the last 2 minutes of the game, and it's a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Not a fact. There's 5 minutes left, and it's a 33-point game. It's just really carrying on with all these fouls.
Definitely getting a little bit messy at the end here with this SEC play.
Now
I mean, they're fighting for pride at this point. The Rangers definitely want to show that they can still put up some points, even if that is in garbage time.
You like to see him not give up. 3, no good.
Oh, couldn't get it. Trailer had a chance with it.
You like to see the effort regardless of the score. I mean, you know they know there are only so many games in the season, and even if it ain't necessarily going your way, you still want to play with all that you got.
Yep, and that was out by Trailer. And Trailer checks out of the game, and Bartlett will check into the game.
Now, yep, inbound underneath the basket. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Creative move there. And again, Cretin Durham Hall is going to be back on the line once more.
Gullikson not so happy with that one. He looks pretty peeved off right now about that. But, I mean, when you're playing your back like that, what do you expect the guy to do?
That's for sure.
High basketball IQ play right there by Jack Tower. Really just taking advantage of that turn back. Number 12, Jordan Stewart. 5'11" guard checking into the game for the Raiders here in a moment. Missed shot.
Makes a nice move. Fouled by number 23, Jack Tower. And Nick Bartlett will be on the line. Looks like a couple chants going.
I think they're chanting, "We want Alvin." I'm not sure who Alvin is, if that's a nickname, but I'm not seeing an Alvin on the roster here. So
just fans wanting a friend of theirs to go into the game, I guess.
Not sure what that's all about.
Another big substitution into the game. Number 10, 32, and 12 in the game for the Raiders. That's going to be Mendez. Mendez, Mantalambo, and Stewart for the Raiders.
All right, they finally turned the running clock on here. I'm surprised it took them that long. It's a 34-point game, and they're just clicking it on right now. Glad to see it. I mean, it's been a game that's been carrying on for a bit. But now they're working the clock down at least. And there we go.
Oh, and a nice turnover there. Bartlett with the turnover, tried to go with the breakaway, but he's getting fouled by Mendez.
Bartlett is playing the hustle game regardless of what the score is.
That's for sure.
head coach Jerry Klein don't care that it's a 35-point game. He's still going to get on his players about playing a disciplined brand of basketball, because when you get down to the nitty-gritty of the section and state tournament, there ain't no room for those mistakes. It's really going to cost you in those games, not so much here now. Another free throw attempt here for number 2, Nick Bartlett. Gets it to go again.
And looks like 33 is into the game.
Harris
Ritter.
Ritter's in the game, yep, and he is just a junior checking in. Haven't seen him yet tonight. Like to see that rotation in.
As Ritter's working against that floor call by Bartlett. Jumper
Hey,
three.
no good.
Mendez with a nice floor call there. Had the chance for a three, but open three here. Good. Stewart with an uncontested three.
They're just running up and down the floor all over the place with these shots here tonight.
Tries to pass it to
my
the
God.
inside. Fast break. Stewart. An easy two.
Easy lay in there. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Mattel tried to pass it over to Ritter, but Ritter just wasn't ready for that.
Not in good position.
And Zobrak's in the game.
Wonder where he's been all night. I wonder what the deal is with that.
We called him last game, Forest Lakes called for boys. Yeah, he was definitely a key piece with Thiesfeld, but not this time around.
I'm just wondering what's going on.
Oh, if that one goes off the rim, still get a rebound. Euro step fouled, but he's going on the line. And again, the Raiders are going to go on the line and just keep racking these points. They might scratch 100 here. It's 94-56. I mean, they're teetering.
Yeah, it's
for a
about to turn into a
100-point game.
40-point game here, just really getting it all going for them. And the clock continues to run. I don't know if they're going to have quite the time to get all the way to 100. Maybe here, depending on how long these free throws take. It's just going down to a minute now.
After that, rebound, still going the other way.
Most likely not going to make it now. Clock continues to run while the free throws are going to be shot. That might take us right to the buzzer.
Well, he might get one shot in.
Well, I mean,
he'll get a
free
couple
throw
shots
series,
in, yeah.
That's going to be all she wrote, I would have to bet.
He makes the first. Trailer just trying to put this game out on ice. Number 0 checks into the game. Jack Schlichtman.
Well, as the game is coming down here, Vince, what did you take away from this game here today?
That Cretin Durham Hall Raiders is a real team. I mean, they're very complete. They have very little that they need to improve upon, because everything that they've done has been pretty flawless. As the game checks out, final score 57-95, as the Rangers will fall to 7-10 overall, 4-7 in the SEC. Cretin Durham Hall will be 16-2, 11-0 in the SEC, and they will stay perfect in conference play.
Man.
And they are just racking it up.
Just wild game here tonight. I mean, it was pretty clear from the get-go when they were up, I believe it was 16-4. It was going to be a long night for these Rangers. And it showed throughout the whole experience as they ended up losing by 38 here. Tough loss for the Rangers, but nonetheless, got to move on to the next one.
That's for sure.
And hopefully you all will join us tomorrow for what will be a great hockey game taking place at 3 o'clock. The Forest Lake girls hockey team will be playing against Stillwater for the conference championship. Standings at that moment in that game, 19-5 for the Rangers and 18-5-1 with one overtime loss for the Ponies. So if the Stillwater Ponies come up with a win there, or even an overtime loss, they're going to be the conference champs. So the Rangers got to come out with a regulation win in order to take home that thing.
That'll definitely be a crazy game to watch. But thank you guys for joining us tonight for some boys basketball. It's been a lot of fun. We hope to see you tomorrow for a pretty exciting hockey game for the SEC championship.
Yep,
I've been Vincent.
And I'm Dustin.
And we'd like to thank you all, and we are signing out.